Thank you, Lauren. Well, it's no secret that eating clean is the key to a healthy and happy lifestyle. But between school, work, errands, taking care of your family, eating clean isn't always eating easy, and March just happens to be National Nutrition Month. So, of course, we're joined by our good friend Mallory Whipple. You are from the Western New York Dietetic Association.
Yes.
Now, before we get into all of the tips that you brought us today, let's talk a little bit about what your role as a registered dietitian is.
Right. As a registered dietitian, we are credentialed professionals, really the food and nutrition experts, to translate the nutrition science into easy and approachable healthy living tips, food solutions for your family.
So some people might hear the word dietitian and get it confused with nutritionist, which also is a common phrase out there. So real quick, what is the difference between the two?
The big difference is the credentialing process and the education. Registered dietitians have a bachelor's, a master's, and or a doctorate degree. They also have to go through a year of supervised practice training, as well as pass a national board exam. Nutritionists, unfortunately, you can't say the same thing for them. So it's really just the level of expertise and education that you'll get with a registered dietitian.
Now, we mentioned earlier that we want to eat healthy, eat clean, but you know, let's be real, if we were really doing it, we wouldn't have all of this whole industry surrounding it. So we want to make it a little simple today because we want to kickstart everything. You came with some tips. I'm going to pull up a panel because we have all of those tips sort of spelled out for us. Now, the first one that I have written down is for your salad. So what are we doing with these guys?
So for salads are a great way to get in the fruits and vegetables that you need. Consider using a flavored vinegar or even just a balsamic vinegar to top your salads with instead of something like a salad dressing that's typically high in fat or high in sugar.
So you could potentially ruin the whole purpose of a salad by drenching it in blue cheese or ranch.
Absolutely.
All right, so let's move on to the next tip, and that is with fruits and vegetables.
Right. Fruits and vegetables, we obviously want to be eating the more the merrier. Ideally, we have some type of a fruit or a vegetable at each meal and snack, and make it easy for you and your family. Wash it, prepare it, cut it up, store them in the fridge, ready to eat. If you can't, I know we were talking what you do.
My trick for this is if you go to Wegmans, they have a whole section called Wash and Clean and Ready. They do it all for you. You just grab a bag. I do this with green bees and sugar snap peas because for some reason it seems really hard to wash your vegetables even though it's so easy.
Yes, I completely agree. Cleaned and cut is definitely the way to do. Another trick of the trade is buying a prepared vegetable platter.
And just
divvying it up into little Ziploc bags.
All right, the next one is eat at least 3 whole grain servings per day. So this might be a little interesting for some people because there's a lot of people that are saying no carbs, no gluten. That's not actually the case in this.
Right. The issue with gluten is a whole nother conversation. For those people who do have a celiac disease or gluten sensitivity, of course you want to eat gluten-free. However, for the general public, it is really important to get those whole grains in there because they're high in fiber, they're also high in vitamins and minerals, so they're going to help prevent the heart disease, the diabetes, all of those things that we work so hard to live healthy. And whole grains can be easy. Whole grain bread, whole wheat pasta, brown rice. It doesn't really have to be anything incredibly complicated.
So we have fruits, vegetables, we have grains. Now we're moving on to dairy. What's the tip with dairy?
Always low fat or fat free. That's really the secret there.
All right, and I want to give you a little behind the scenes because here at the News 4 studio, we have enough low-fat Greek yogurt to supply an army. It's in every fridge. I feel like everybody eats that. So this one is a little easy for us, but okay, the next one we're talking about is plant-based proteins instead of animal meat-based proteins. What's here?
And we're not necessarily cutting out the animal-based proteins. We just want to eat a little less animal-based protein and a little bit more plant-based protein. Nuts, beans, lentils, seeds, nut butters, bean dips like a general hummus would be a great way to get more of that plant-based protein. And when you are doing an animal-based protein, just go for the lean options, the boneless, skinless chicken breast, the very, very lean ground beef, and of course, seafood, ideally twice a week.
And the last tip that we have is great for those visual learners out there.
Right, yes. You want to make sure to eat a variety. A variety is key. And then want to make sure that you're getting about 5 different colors of fruits and vegetables throughout the day. Another easy way to do it is make sure you're filling about half of your plate with fruits and vegetables at pretty much every meal.
All right, well, thank you so much, Mallory. Now, for people out there that maybe want to get a little bit more information on these are just quick tips.
Right.
Where can they find more information on meeting with a dietitian?
You can go to the Western New York Dietetic Association. The website is eatright.wnyda.org, and that'll bring you right to the Western New York one. Click on the Find a Registered Dietitian link, and you'll be linked in to a lot of different registered dietitians right here in our community.
And, of course, if you're eating very healthy, you also have to find time to splurge just a little bit, which is the perfect transition because we're heading over to the kitchen world.